I'm here to expose Music Biz Marty.
I'll send in detectives, I'll send in police, I'll send in everything in my power!
How's it going, everybody? Last time we was watching Cyraxx, he's not the same man that we're going to be looking at today. There's some big differences in his life, because last time we seen that he was still hating Music Biz Marty. The katana was coming out whenever Cyraxx was raging, but that's not the same man we're looking at today, because Cyraxx, he has now achieved his #1 goal in life. He is a father, and Cyraxx, let me tell you, he holds this dear. Barely the girlfriend, the girlfriend still gets on Music Biz Marty's stream every now and then, but Cyraxx isn't concerned about that. It's not like every single lover he's ever had does that. And I'm pretty sure your guy's girlfriend gets on your haters' live streams, doesn't she? And kind of like disparage you a little bit. That's what all our loved ones do. But it's kind of funny because in Cyraxx's life, everyone does this. Even his own siblings, like his aunt who he thinks is his sister, she gets on live stream and talks to his haters. And then there's Gordon, who shows up at Cyraxx's door, and Cyraxx is just like, it's just some random old guy. Just opens the door, realizes who it is, and a stylist pops out of him. He slams the door, runs upstairs, and is like, "Mom, a 70-year-old man is outside trying to throw down with me. You have got to get here and stop it." Cyraxx's life is a complete mystery to regular human beings, but to him this is all normal. And it could be Gordon's fault entirely that he even wants to get with these Kokery, you know what I'm saying? Because maybe, just maybe, he hates Gordon so much, he's like, I've got to prove that I could be the stepdaddy he never was. And I'm telling you guys, it's nothing to do with anything else, nothing else.
Now, as many of you know, me and my girlfriend Taylor, we've been together for quite some time now. And she has 2 sons, Ollie and Isaac, who I love to death. And to them, I am dad. I am their stepdad. And, I've been with her for a while now. They know me as dad, always have, and always will. I just got the delivery receipt. Santa Claus came early this year. Which ones did you get? And then these are the juice boxes that he sent. I wish Cyraxx would drink them, meaning me. I do too. This is a good start. I have another major project I'm working on. This man has basically attempted on one of my stepsons. Why would somebody do that? I can tell you why, mother. Because he wants me for views and clicks. That's what he wants. He wants the clicks and the views. He wants me on his panel so he can use me and continue to blackmail and extort me. He is mad because I escaped the troll community and I left. But this is what I was telling everybody all along. This right here proves my point. When he doesn't get what he wants, he goes to extreme lengths like this. Yes, I get it. I've done some illegal shit. But here's the thing. There is such a thing as ignorance of the law. There really is. That is a legitimate excuse. Because not everybody is going to pay attention to the mother law. Nobody reads every law in Ohio or in any state. If flashing myself on a YouTube channel is such a crime, then why are people on the internet allowed to do it? Why are other people allowed to do it? Why are there sites? Sites like Hub. Though, if what I did is illegal, those should be illegal too, but they're not. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this man is not your friend. This man is not a good person. He is evil.
Cyraxx is just in love with the idea of having a title to his name. Cyraxx will not put work into anything, except maybe busting a dance move, but that's out of necessity, you know, he'll never do that out of his own will. But he wants to be like a rapper, or a metal vocalist, or an actor, things that have like an illustrious title underneath them. But then there's the one title Cyraxx knew he would never get. It's always just been out of his reach. You know, it's probably because of the leg. He can't stand up and get it. It's been the title of being a father. You know, he's always looked at it and admired it. And now he's finally been able to achieve it. And it's like Cyraxx achieving it. They're in Australia. There's no chance of Cyraxx ever coming into contact with them. And I've known plenty of people with stepchildren or like dudes dating girls that have children, and they don't really want the dad title. Cyraxx doesn't even know these kids. He's seen them on FaceTime maybe, like they might exist, I'm not sure, I don't think they do, but oh my god, I hope they don't. But let's say they don't exist. Cyraxx is looking at fake things and like, oh, I just love them oh so much, and I'm their dad, 100%. Cyraxx, normally people don't attach to that title so much. There's plenty of people who are like biologically the dad and don't want that title either. I don't know what he's going for, but I guess if you're in Cyraxx's shoes, what can like having a kid that's not yours really affect you? What, are you gonna pay some child support? Go ahead, take some money from Sally. You know, that's what Cyraxx does anyways. Just don't mess with his V-Bucks, guys. Don't you dare do that. I've been waiting on Cyraxx to make this defense. Dude, you can't just be flashing anywhere on the internet. If you have a public Facebook and you start doing that, you're probably going to get banned, but people might call the cops on you. I mean, that might be kind of a law. I'm not sure, but seemingly in Ohio, that's probably how it works. I mean, so you can't do that on Instagram most likely. I think you can do it on Twitter, but it's got like that little tag on it, so maybe you can get away with that, Cyraxx. But the site has to allow it, so people can expect that. We can only be thankful that he doesn't go outside, because he would probably try to pull this on like the real police, like, hey guys, listen, I was just flashing in McDonald's, calm down, listen. You know, people do this on the internet all the time. You just gotta go to a certain site, but no one abides by that anyhow. I mean, did you when you was younger? Psh, nah, no you didn't. So yeah, it's cool, they know what they was gonna expect, they came outside. And so did I. He probably learned that from his dad.
Watching my son in the hospital on FaceTime was the most heartbreaking thing I've ever seen in my life. It was the most gut-wrenching, most heartbreaking thing. It got me to the point to where I broke down in the tears crying because I could not be there to protect my son. I cannot be there to protect my son. And you don't know how much that hurts me as a dad. I hope you rot in prison for the rest of your miserable life, you sick. Going after someone's... You don't ever do that shit, motherfucker. Ever. You are an evil, maniacal piece of shit. And I hope to God that you rot in goddamn hell. You sick bastard. But there's your proof, ladies and gentlemen. Proof that Music Biz Marty is not a good person. I have made it my personal mission to bring you, William, and N-word boy down. For everything you've done to me, the shit you've done to my girlfriend and her family, and her kids. Everything you've done to everyone, I promise you. I don't care if it takes a day, a month, a year, I don't care. I will do whatever I need to do to bring you down. But I will not do it by getting on your goddamn panel. I will do it the legal way. But William and N-word boy, just like Marty's going to jail here very soon, you guys are next. You guys are soon to follow. You can run, boys, but you can't hide.
So as a changed man who really hasn't changed any of his actions, but he's got bigger things on his plate now, I want you guys to see how the APD is like looking at him now, because the reflection isn't the same. You know, normally they would get the phone calls and they would say, you know, maybe we got to send someone up there, you know, the threats are getting kind of insane right now. But now, no matter how bad the threats get, Cyraxx, he's just getting laughed off by the APD. It's just a great look to see how far we've came at this point, everybody. Cyraxx was once a man who was getting so much attention, 120, 130 plus police visits. Now they're just laughing him off. I bet that number is going to significantly cut down to about 70 or 60. How insane is that? He's got like 100 and plus police calls. No one wants to police at their house at all. But 70 or 60 calls per year would actually be pretty good numbers. And I don't even know if the 120 was like per year. That might have been like a half a year ratio. But we can only hope for the sake of the APD. They got better things to worry about. Even though if I was like a cop down there, I would think that'd be like a pretty sweet call. Nothing is going down. You're not going to resolve anything. So you got like basically 45 minutes to an hour break. You just go talk to these guys, get a nice laugh, and then you go and eat and hope you don't get another like more significant call later on. I wouldn't be complaining in all honesty.
Communications.
Hi, it's how are you?
Good, about yourself?
Oh, just living the dream, aka taking Chance Wilkins calls.
God.
So I mean, it's typically the usual. He's posting videos with death threats and trying to convince a woman to give her children to him. And then also says that if APD shows up, he will them. Do we want to do anything with that? CIP it?
Who's the caller?
Somebody
out of Florida or whatever.
He was very hard to understand. He said he is still learning English, but he was able to communicate about Chance Wilkins very well. So I don't understand.
Nah, we don't want to go out to that shit.
Okay, CIP it or no?
Yeah, you can make a CIP at best. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye.
This does not even deserve a captain's log introduction, because this is dead serious.
7 years ago, I was put through hell. And my whole life got changed and got switched upside down because of everything that I've been through. And never in my entire life, never in my life did I think that my whole fucking goddamn life would get f***ed up. But it did. And guess what? Through good friends and family, and people that gave a shit, people like you guys that actually cared, I got out of that shit. But right now, I want to show you guys what I went through emotionally all these years. All the pain and hatred, the suffering that I dealt with, the pain that I went through. Doctors gave me a 1% chance of survival. Every doctor in that hospital, and I mean every doctor in that hospital, said that I would not make it. Except for one doctor that just happened to be my godmother. Every doctor in there, except my godmother, said that I wasn't supposed to survive. My weight kept fluctuating till I was down to 1 pound 10 ounces during that whole thing for whatever reason. My arms and legs were the size of my mom's pinky, and my head was the size of her fist. I barely made it out. So when I say that I stared the Grim Reaper in the face, and that I stared death in the face and I walked out like a boss, it's because it's true. I did all those things. I did that. And here I am, 33 years later, for you guys. I was put here on this earth for a reason. And that reason is to help you guys through whatever you're going through. Whether you're having a shitty day, whether you're going through a very big issue, no matter what, I'm here for you guys. When you guys come here for a reason. Because of life, I'm back. I'm back to being the person that I was before 2017. That Cyraxx person that they made me out to be, that's not who I am. And I want to show you guys who I really am and what I'm really about. Because you guys that show love and support for me, you guys never got to see how I can really be and who I really am as a human being, as a person.
Cyraxx, he just doesn't understand life at all. Okay, so he's trying to grow up, guys. He's trying to be the bigger man. He's got bigger responsibilities on his plate than screwing around with Music Biz Marty and everyone else involved in this situation. But, you know, a regular person, let's say, you know, you're living your life. You know, it's a weird hypothetical life. You're like in your 30s or 40s, you got a wife and kids, you know, and you're scrolling down the street and some dude just starts messing with you all of a sudden. He moves in there and it's okay at first, you ignore it because you're an adult, you got adult things to handle, and it just starts happening every single day. Someone's harassing you and then they start like throwing things at your house and you're like, alright, I'm gonna try to handle this physically, and it goes just about as poor as it did for Cyraxx, right? And you're like, okay, well, I can't handle this physically, but I'm gonna get the law involved. And then the police do nothing for you. Okay, so then you got a solution. As a man, you can't physically handle this, the law is not helping you, so you can do a few simple things. You can just completely avoid the situation, just move out of town and say, you know what, he wins, I'm not getting in this domain anymore, he can have it. And hopefully that doesn't happen to you when you move to another place, but thankfully, when you move in real life, normally not like the internet. So Cyraxx could take a far simpler step, everybody. He doesn't have to uproot his entire life, you know, pay thousands and thousands of dollars. You know, maybe the housing market's down so he loses even more money. No, Cyraxx can literally just get off the internet and finally be the family man that he's always wanted. But what does he choose to do? Well, we're making a video on it right now. You can see that he chose to get on the internet and continue this tirade, this pointless battle that he continues to wage on. For no other reason than he wants to. He's bored. He can have everything in the world, people. He could actually have a family. And it could be Christmas or Thanksgiving. And Cyraxx would be joining a call with Marty. Like, hey, what are you doing? I hate you. You know, just a lot more terrible things he would be saying than that. But, you know, we'll cut it short.
And people like William Glory Hole say that I don't deserve to make a living. People like him say that I don't deserve shit, that I'm not allowed to make a living. Why? Because he wants to use me for content. And I'll be honest, I'm sick of being used for content. I am sick of sitting here being depressed every day and not being where I should have been this whole goddamn motherfucking time. You know, last night something happened. And it was one of the worst nights of my life. Last night, I stared pure fucking evil in the goddamn face. And it wasn't easy. Is there anything wrong with me wanting to be better than I was before? Is there anything wrong with me moving on to be better than I was? What is so wrong with me wanting to be a better person? With me wanting to do better for myself? For me wanting to make an honest living doing my fucking music and having fun and inspiring people and helping people while I fucking do it? I don't see where that is a problem. You have somebody that made a mistake and wants to do better. So why not let them do it? William Glory Hole, why not let me be better? Why not let me do better? Let me do my fucking shit and make the money that I deserve to fucking make. And to answer your question, Smoking Blues, I do my own music. But the problem is, I don't have the luxury of performing my own music because of guys like William Glory Hole that want to steal my shit every time I try to do it. Every time I try to do my own shit, they steal it and they get the copyrights for it. So unfortunately, I don't have that luxury. As much as I wish I did, I unfortunately do not have that luxury of being able to do that. As much as I wish I did. But unfortunately, right now at this point in time, I do not have that luxury, and it hurts, because I know there's a lot of people that want to hear my shit. See, yeah, I may have a lot of people that hate on me, but guess what, motherfuckers? I thrive off the hate, because I get to prove myself every time that I am better than you, I am better than Marty, and I am better than anyone in the troll community, because can't nobody in the troll community handle what I'm able to do. Can't nobody hold a candle to my skill. If I'm so bad, why have they been signed to several fucking major labels in the past? Huh? If I'm so bad, why did major fucking record labels sign me and then drop me? I'd say that's saying a lot about me right there. Forget about the dropping me part. Let me explain to you, man. The Bender boys did f me over. They worked with Marty to f me over. They seriously worked with him to f me over. So yeah, they were fake the entire goddamn f***ing time. Which is why, the moment that I get the money that I need, I'm starting on my own label and signing myself to my own f***ing goddamn label. And guess what? Can't nobody f***ing stop me from doing that. Can't nobody take my music at that point. Can't nobody say that I work for them. Because the minute that I start up my own f***ing label, it's game on. Because I will own 100% of everything.
Cyraxx, we all know you're not going to change. We literally know your entire cycle, and the best part about you right now is you're at like the constant middle point in your cycle. Every time you like boil over and you hit the complete peak of it, you just start at the middle again right now, and then you slowly work towards another peak, and then you start right back again. It's really a good time to be a viewer of you because you're going absolutely insane. Every other day is like brand new content. It's absolutely amazing. And you're coping about it hard at this point anymore, dude. I mean, you're bragging about being dropped from several record labels, and no matter what he's saying right now, they weren't several big name record labels, and I don't even think it was 7, but we'll let him have it right now, people. It's 7, because it's funny, he got dropped from 7 of them, okay? And it's like mom and pop's record labels, stuff like Eric Scrubbelow ran. Just some dude who wanted to do a little bit more in the music industry, and was like, man, I'm not getting accepted anywhere, I can't get a deal, and I just want to be signed to a label. That's pretty much all it is, because anyone knows if you're making good music, people are going to listen, like no doubt about it. You don't need a record label anymore. You may need some like good promotion. You may have to do something funny on TikTok and then make your record and then do something on Instagram. You got to do a little bit more work, but you can get it done now. If people are going to listen, they're going to listen, but no one does. So don't brag about being signed to several record labels. There wasn't anything like major, dude. But I guess that's enough for me today, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, and if you haven't already, leave a sub, and I'll catch you guys next time.